Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Empty on Easter, Sunday, March 31st. Join Liberty Baptist Church at Oconee Fall Line Technical College during our Family Fun Fest at 9:15 and Kids Easter Egg Hunt. And join us for our worship service at 10:30 a.m. Liberty Baptist Church invites you to Empty on Easter, March 31st. Please join us at the Oconee Fall Line Technical College, formerly HTC, and remember this historical event. Celebrate Easter with Liberty Baptist Church.
We want to welcome you to Dublin Chevy Buick GMC. Hello, I'm Locke Wilford, and we're excited about our new store here in Dublin. We pride ourselves in providing our customers with a great selection of new and used cars and trucks and SUVs. Come by our dealership and see why we are the only dealer you will ever need. While you're here, we want you to register for the 2013 Chevy Spark. The drawing will be March the 30th, and someone here in Dublin will win. We are the only dealer you will ever need.
Hi, I'm Carl Parazola, owner of ServPro of Dublin by W. Claxton.
And I'm Tara Anderson, Marketing Manager. We would like to express our extreme gratitude for your patronage since we've been a part of the Dublin-Lawrence County community.
At ServPro, we're your local experts for water damage, fire damage, motor mediation, and industrial cleaning services. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Middle Georgia, from all of us at ServPro.
Hey, I'm Michael Maffitt with Curry Insurance. We're a multi-line insurance agency that's been in business since 1902, located right here in Dublin, Georgia. We would love an opportunity to earn your business, and we would like to also introduce you to the rest of our team.
Bill Middlebrooks, Cameron Curry, Lori Tatum, Lee Newsom, Tanya Blunt.
Thanks for allowing us an opportunity to introduce ourselves, and we would love to earn your business.
Get your favorite photos, artwork, diplomas, awards, and keepsakes custom framed at Tomorrow's Heirlooms. We have hundreds of unique matte colors and frame styles for you to choose from. Need help in deciding what looks best? Talk to Gene Hall for professional advice. Also see our selection of t-shirts that can be customized for you, our handbags, baby items, and so much more. Be sure to sample our world-famous fudge. Tomorrow's Heirlooms, Williamsburg Village Shopping Center, 1817 Rice Avenue in Dublin.
Powered, Speed, maneuverability, and reliability are just some of the things that make a championship race car. They're also some of the things that make one of the nation's best lawnmowers.
I always expect high performance on the racetrack, and it's no different when it comes to high performance on my lawn. Hi, I'm Richard Petty.
Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Gravely lawnmowers are the only mowers allowed at Petty's Garage.
Being away for about 3 months, and we are finishing, we voted on this yesterday, we are finishing on the 28th of March, which is the earliest we finished in years that I've heard of. And there's nothing like coming home. It makes you appreciate home even more, and I'm sure the governor will agree with me when he goes north to his river house up in Habersham County. There's nothing like going home. So I'm glad to be here. I'm going to do a couple of things that aren't in my notes. I'm going to recognize 2 people because I don't think they've gotten enough recognition today. Kelly Knight has been giving this community young girls with, just helping them grow. And I want to thank her for bringing that to Lawrence County and to Dublin. Let's give Kelly a big hand. It's always great to hear those girls singing. And another person, the committee, the St. Patrick's Committee, I don't know if they have been introduced or if they're going to be introduced, but when I was coming up through that committee, you go up the ranks and you become vice chairman. And I was in the parade the year I was vice chairman, and at the time, I don't know what the vice chairman does now, but you really didn't have a lot to do. You were kind of just watching everything that was going on and learning, so the next year you didn't drop the ball. Well, I was going through the parade that day and somebody said, "Hey Matt, what's the vice chairman do?" And I thought real quick, which I'm not good at doing that. I said, "I'm in charge of the weather." And it was a beautiful weekend. Well, the vice chairman is Miss Robin Mullis Flanders, and she's done a good job with the weather. So let's give her a I want to take a minute to introduce some of my peers up in Atlanta. Senator Ross Tollison. Stand up, Ross, and wave to everybody. We've had Ross in Lawrence County for quite a few years, and during the redistricting, we picked up 2 other representatives for Lawrence County, and I'm glad they're here with me. I'm glad they're helping represent Lawrence County. Representative Jimmy Pruitt. And Representative Bubba Epps. It's truly my honor today to introduce our keynote speaker, Governor Nathan Deal. I first met Governor Deal and his wife Sandra right after I had announced that I was going to run for state representative. We were at a little Republican meeting here on the 2nd floor, a little meeting room at Dino's. And I was green, real green. And of course they asked us to say a few words. Well, I've been on city council for 10 years. Didn't have to do a lot of public speaking at city council, but they asked us to say a few words, and I said a couple of words and got a couple of questions. Well, I fumbled through those answers terribly. And of course the governor got questions, and he handled them like the master. And he's a seasoned congressman, and I'm just a greenback. Well, he had my back then, and he did it, and he helped me. And I guess when he asked me to be a floor leader, he was trying to, get it so I could have his back. It's been an honor to try to work with him and to have his back, and that we got each other's back, I think. So thank you, and I appreciate allowing me to serve as a floor leader under your leadership. He's taught me a lot of things. I believe the greatest thing the governor's taught me is patience. Sometimes in government, things don't really move too fast. And then sometimes during the legislature, they move too fast. He and his staff have taught me when it's okay to walk and when we got to run. And I thank you. Governor Deal is a family man. If you ever want to see him really light up, ask him about his family, about his children and his grandchildren. He's just like us. We love talking about our children. He's a man of faith. You can tell by his actions how he treats his friends, his enemies, and his staff. He's respectful to everyone. He's friendly, and I'm honored to call him a friend of mine, and a friend of Dublin, and a friend of Lawrence County. Governor Deal, we're anxious to hear what you got to say, and I thank you for taking the time to visit us today. If you'll come up, I got one more thing to do before I officially introduce you. We're going to make you feel a little more comfortable.
Okay, we can do this.
How about this?
Oh, that looks pretty. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. I want them to know that when I'm not in the Capitol, I actually do other things that are sometimes productive. This is, of course, one of just many events that you're having here in Lawrence County and the city of Dublin to celebrate this St. Patrick's Day week, and I am honored to be a part of this one. I'm told, though, that there are some young people who have made some contributions of their time and their energy to help make this event possible today. And with your indulgence, let me recognize those groups and ask them, as I call out the name of their group, if they're here, please to stand. First of all, I understand that the East Lawrence High School Interact Club has helped with today's event. Are any of their members here? You are? Please stand. There they are in the back. Fall Line Technical College Student Government Association. Any of you here? There we are. Thank you. The Middle Georgia State College Multicultural Club. There we are. The Lawrence Youth Leadership Program. And I know these are here because I met some of them, the Georgia Mentoring Program members. There they are. Let me add my congratulations to the West Lawrence Jazz Band. They've already gone, but please convey to them the fact that I appreciated their performance, and it was all I could do not to ask one of the beautiful young ladies of the Nightingales over there to dance with me when they had some of that music from my era. And we appreciate that. Great sound both from the jazz band and from the young musicians who perform. You know, I think it's important for all of us to recognize what's happening in the young people in our state. And occasions like this give them not only the chance to participate in the organizational structure, but also to be a part of the program. And that's always good to be able to show off their talents, because they are indeed a very talented group. Now, there are some other folks in the audience today that I would like to recognize because they're very good friends of mine. First of all, to Jeff Davis, thank you for inviting me, and thank you for your leadership of the Rotary Club. I knew Jeff's dad. He and I were good friends, along with the late Charlie Norwood, Congressman, and we all miss his dad and the opportunity to meet his son for me here today. To those of you in the Civitans, the Exchange Club, the Pilot Club, and the Service League, thank you for joining with the Rotary. As a fellow Rotarian, I appreciate the fact that you would come together across these different organizational lines to be a part of what's an important event here in your community. As I came in today, I saw some of my friends from the past, and I want to recognize three of them that are here today. My good friend and the late Congressman Roy Rowland, who is here today. Roy, thank you. Roy and I had the opportunity to serve together in the General Assembly, and then later, when he was a congressman, he was sort of there for a while I was there, and then retired. But it's good to see you, and thank you for your contribution, not only to this community, but to our country as a whole. And to one of my classmates from high school who is here, Tommy Walker from Sandersville, former County Commission Chair for Washington County. I will say this comment at his peril. He was the quarterback for the Sandersville football team, and later in our senior year consolidated into the Washington County high school team, and he was the quarterback. So if he defeated you during any of those years, let him know that on the way out. And to my good friend from Gainesville, Jim Walters, who is here today, who is I think, an economic impact in your community as well as he has been in the greater North Georgia community. Jim, always good to see you. But I want to especially thank Matt Hatchett for not only introducing me, but serving as one of my floor leaders, and to the members of the delegation that represent your county. You have a great group of individuals who are working very hard to represent your interests, and I appreciate the fact that they would take time to come. And the two representatives of our United States Senators, one of whom, Bill Stembridge, is a fraternity brother of mine from my Mercer University days. So you see, growing up in Sandersville is not too far from here, so I've got a lot of friends that are in the audience here today. But thank you for having me. I also would be remiss if I did not say thank you on behalf of my wife, Sandra. She has been your speaker in the past, and she has visited with many of your schools and other facilities here in the community, and I want to thank you for the hospitality that you've shown to her as she has made those visits. Understand this is just one of 45 events that you're having during this month of March in celebration. And I had the Consul General of Ireland in my office in Atlanta yesterday, and I believe he said he'd been here as a part of the celebrations this year. And we had the Consul General, the ambassador from Ireland was there. He's in our state, so I told him that I would convey their best wishes to you as part of the Irish heritage, and they certainly are well aware of the fact that there is a Dublin, Georgia. Now, when you start talking about the Irish, you have to be careful, because my wife is of, I think, Scotch-Irish descent. And somebody said, oh, well, that means she's feisty. And I said, well, have you met my wife? I'm told there are about 900,000 Georgians who have ancestry that is Irish. That is a huge impact on our state's population. We had, of course, 8 signers of the Declaration of Independence, and almost half of the United States presidents have some Irish blood. And I can say that I have Irish blood as well. Even though the name Deal is English, we're close enough, and I'm sure we overlap somewhere along the way. But it is always nice to celebrate your heritages, even though some of our heritages go way, way back, and mine go back all the way to the 3rd boatload of Salzburgers who landed with Oglethorpe on his 3rd trip over back in the 1700s. Now, this event and all of your activities this week and this month are a part of a bigger picture of tourism. And as you may know, tourism is an important economic driver, not just for your community, but for our state as a whole. I'm told that we have about a $49 billion economic impact that we justified and documented for the year 2011 alone. That is a huge economic impact for our state. So what you do and the tourism that you generate as a result of this event is beneficial to all of us. Let me talk to you about a few things that have happened and are happening this year, as well as the few preceding years since I've been governor in your state. We think that we are moving our state in the right direction, and your community has been a part of making that happen. As many of you know, HOPE is one of those programs that has been unique to the state of Georgia. It is a program that is funded exclusively by the proceeds from the lottery in our state. And when I became governor, it was on the verge of bankruptcy. And with the help of the General Assembly, we made some surgical changes to try to sustain it from going into bankruptcy. In fact, the prediction was, had we not made some changes, it would have been bankrupt this year. And we would not have been able to fulfill the promises to young people who worked very hard and were depending upon it. So we've done a lot of good in that regard. And my staff made a note to me that just recently you have a local fellow who won $150,000 in the lottery. So I guess it has its benefits too, to local community, to stimulate you a little bit on that side of the equation. But education is a top priority for us. We've been able to do some changes this year that compensate for some of the changes we made a couple of years ago. First of all, in my budget proposal this year, which the General Assembly has accepted that portion of it, we will be restoring an additional 10 days back to the pre-K program, making it a 180-day program. We've also evaluated what we did with regard to raising the grade point average for our technical college students. We'd originally raised it to a 3.0 from 2.0 where it had been previously. We recognize that in part that contributed to a substantial decline in the enrollment in our technical colleges. It was not the only reason. There were many reasons for that. But this year, as a part of our proposal, we are returning to the 2.0 average in order to keep more of our students who want to pursue technical degrees enrolled in our technical colleges. And certainly the Fall Line Technical College is one of those components that is doing a great job of providing those educational opportunities. We did some other things too as we refined our approach to technical education. I believe in putting, as I said in my State of the State address, putting your money where the jobs are. We realized that there were areas where we have, even in an unemployment rate that is unacceptably high, we have jobs available that we were not able to fill. And the technical colleges are a conduit for providing those people who can fill in and solve that job shortage area. And those three areas that we identified for first emphasis was in the technical college area of a commercial driver's license for those who would drive the long-haul trucks, and those who are pursuing a nursing degree, and those who are interested in early childhood education. So we have beefed up the Hope Grant program in those three areas so that the Hope Grant will pay for at least 90% or more of the cost of them attending if they pursue those degrees in those three areas where we currently have job shortages. So I will encourage all of you who know young folks who might be interested in any of those areas to seriously look at our technical college system. Now, I'm also aware that you just recently announced, in fact I was reading it in the paper again, about your new solar project here at Dublin High School. That is an exciting and interesting undertaking. I'm told it's some 4,000 new rooftop solar collectors, and this certainly is going to make you one of the great examples, I think, in the area of green energy. I'm told that you expect to save $100,000 in energy costs the first year, and that over a period of 25 years that you would expect to save about $3.5 million. I know as short as money is in the educational arena, saving money on energy is certainly one of those areas where you can put that money to good use in the delivery of educational quality. So I congratulate you on that. As I've told some people, you will probably be the example that may be used all around this state to say that this can be done and it can be working effectively. As you look at the picture of the state of Georgia, there are several areas where we need to make some improvements. Education is certainly one of those. We think we're making strategic changes in the educational delivery system of our state. We are telling and implementing in our technical colleges and in our universities and regent system. The emphasis of saying we're not just going to send you money based on enrollment. We expect to send you money based on results. And it is a change in delivery. It is a change in emphasis. I've often teased my oldest daughter by saying that when she came home from college and had a degree in psychology, my first question was, well, now what kind of job are you going to get with that degree? Well, fortunately, she did get one. She worked with Family Connection and worked with DFACS and was able to find employment. But too often, we have found young people getting degrees in things where there are no jobs. And that doesn't make much sense to a family that may have had to borrow money to pay for that education. So we have tried to put an emphasis on putting the schools and the universities and the technical colleges on a course of emphasizing the areas and emphasizing that education has as one of its ultimate goals employability of the student. As you may know, we made some changes last year to try to fill another hole that we think we have, and that is to be more competitive in the national as well as in the international arena of attracting jobs. We had major tax reform last year. There are many components to it, one of which was something that the competitiveness initiative that I started my first year in office recommended that we do, and that is remove the sales tax from energy that is used for manufacturing. If you want manufacturing to come back to your state or to grow that which you already have, that is a key component of being successful in doing so. So we were able to do that, and I think we have seen the results and positive results in that regard. Now, the two big examples that we've cited from last year, of course, are Caterpillar that have come into the Clark County, Athens area, and Baxter, which is out on I-20 in the Covington, Newton County, Walton County area. Caterpillar, a $200 million investment, some 1,400 jobs and even more as suppliers come into our state. And Baxter, a $1 billion capital investment, some 1,800 employees ultimately when they're in full production. Those are two great examples, but you have some good examples here yourself. Two European manufacturing companies that have located here with their plants in Dublin. And I'm told that those two new activities in your community have added or will add 400 jobs and about a $50 million capital investment. So things are paying off. I think we are headed in the right direction in terms of that. The important thing, though, I think for all of us is to keep in mind that when we present your community or our state to potential employers who are looking for places to go, there are many components in how they make their decisions. One, of course, is, just to be honest about it, what are you offering? And your local community and your economic development organizations and your Chamber of Commerce have all been very helpful in that regard. And our Department of Economic Development has worked very closely with you in that regard. We can generally be competitive in that arena. The next thing they want to know is, well, what is the educational system that is going to be afforded to the children of our employees when they come here? So for those who do not believe that educational quality makes a difference in attracting jobs, you're wrong. I think if you talk to any of the people who are in that business, they will tell you employers are very interested in how their employees' children will be educated in the communities in which they come. And then, of course, the general quality of life. What is it going to be like to live in your community? I think we have a lot to offer. And here in Middle Georgia, I think you are recognizing that you do have a lot to offer, and you're making that known to people who are looking at your area as a place to come. Now, Jim Walters and I will have to tell you that for those of us who live in North Georgia, and of course I'm a transplant. My wife came from North Georgia, and you know how us men are, we sort of tend to follow them around sometimes. And I wound up back in Gainesville. But as Jim will tell you, many of our friends in North Georgia think you're in South Georgia. And I keep telling them, I said, now look, there are three pieces of Georgia. There is North Georgia, there's Middle Georgia, and then there's South Georgia. Had a friend of mine years ago, he said he was going to go buy a horse in South Georgia. And I said, well, where in South Georgia are you going to go? He said, Winterville. Of course, as you may know, Winterville is just outside of Athens. I said, my friend, there's a lot more Georgia south of there that you just don't recognize. So, when people start talking about the state of Georgia, we have to be sure they know that there are many parts of our great state. The metropolitan Atlanta, of course, is the one that gets the most attention because that's where the bulk of the population is and a lot of the activity that's going on is there. But just as the plants you've attracted here in Lawrence County, just as the Athens area attracted Caterpillar, just as Walton and Newton counties attracted Baxter, many of these potential employers are interested in other parts of the state of Georgia. And it's our job, both at the state level and at the local level, to make them aware of the unique things that we have to offer. Now, I had a meeting with a smaller group of individuals earlier before this meeting here today, and they asked me about a project that is an ongoing project for the state of Georgia, but one that is certainly going to impact your future growth, and that is the deepening of the Savannah Harbor. We know that if we do not do that, we will lose the potential of having those so-called super post-Panamax vessels that are going to be coming through the Panama Canal. We thought next year is probably going to overlap into 2015. When they start coming through the Panama Canal, they've got to be able to dock. They've got to be able to unload and load cargo. And right now, the channel leading to the dock at Savannah is not deep enough. It is a major project for deepening of that harbor as well as the channel leading to it. And we are doing our part at the state level to make that project happen. I've included an additional $50 million in my bond package this year. The General Assembly thus far has been very receptive to that, and I believe it will remain in the final budget. That will bring us up to about $231 million as the state's share. That is very close to being the 30% that was initially contemplated to be the state's portion of this project. So we're all looking very anxiously at the President's budget. We are hopeful that he will include money for this project as the federal share, and that we can begin the process of moving some dirt in the very near future. Now, it will be an important project because you're on the Highway 16 corridor. It is a primary connector to where much of this traffic that is going to be loading and unloading off of those vessels is going to be passing through. You've already seen advantages for being here on this corridor. I predict you will see even greater advantages in the future. Now, I think it's always good to be able to visualize something, and I'm going to give you a visual as to how big these vessels are. It's one that is mind-boggling. They tell me, and of course, as you may know, most of the cargo now is shipped in containers. Those containers that can be unloaded, put on a rail car, unloaded, put it on the back of a big 18-wheeler. That if you take all of the containers off of one of those super post-Panamax vessels and you start putting on rail cars, you will have a line of rail cars that is 33 miles long off of just one vessel. So, it is huge. The impact of what they carry, what they can take out of our state by way of exports, and what they bring in by way of imports is huge. And we're going to have to address the future needs for that cargo being able to move into and through our state. And we're working on that as we go forward. In addition to doing the deepening project, we're also doing the other service projects that are necessary to make that all happen and come together. So I think we have a bright future. There are many things that we can be thankful for. I wish you the very best during this celebration of St. Patrick's Day. The legacy and the history of being called Dublin is indeed a great one. May you in fact have the luck of the Irish. Thank you.
At Dublin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's the final days of the only true Ram Truck Month. And that means a lot full, and they're moving everything out at fabulous low prices.
John Fennell here, that's right. We've got the all-new 2013 Ram Heavy Duty Series 2500 Crew Cab with the Cummins Turbo Diesel.
Hey, Big Willie, talk to them about the only true Ram Truck Month.
Oh yeah, looking for a great deal on a new Dodge? See our large selection of Dodge Avengers, Journeys, Caravans, and Darts, starting under $19,900. Don't forget, credit problems are no problem. Even if you had a bankrupt or if you are currently in Chapter 13, come see me, Willie Eason. I will get you driving.
Come by and take a look at our largest inventory selection ever here. Whether you're looking for a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, stop by and say hey and see Middle Georgia's largest selection with new Dodges starting at $15,900. Wee doggies, that's fabulous prices.
You're right, John. That's a fabulous March Full House deal.
That's right, folks. The all-new Ram 1500 gets 25 miles per gallon, and we've got them starting at just $21,800.
Hurry in, the only true Ram truck month ends on the 31st.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester. 谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
The Leprechauns and the Pixie Dust are back at Farmer's Home Furniture in the Dublin Mall, and they're saving you some money.
No, I can't give you the Leprechaun gift card.
Baby, I can't pay your interest for 12 months. I can't do it. 12 months no interest? It is.
This is a $700 sofa. $4.99.
Farmer's Home Furniture for your life. When my mommy and daddy get sick, they always go to Dublin Internal Medicine. They say that they don't trust anybody else. My papa and Mima, my aunts and uncles, just about everybody in my family trusts Dublin Internal Medicine. My mommy says that they are the most experienced and have the best doctors in all of Lawrence County. My daddy says they are problem solvers. I'm not sure what that means, but I do know that they sure are nice. I just love Dublin Internal Medicine on Fairview Park Drive in Dublin.
We know pools. Mid-State Pools and Spas knows pools. In-ground pools, above-ground pools, spas, patio furniture, pool supplies, with over 34 years of experience behind every product we sell, and over 1,500 pools installed. And Mid-State Pools builds all our own pools, never subcontracting the work out. Count on Mid-State Pools and Spas, state licensed and insured, and offering weekly maintenance, liner replacements with a 20-year warranty, and pool renovations available. Now's the time to call Mid-State Pools and Spas, because we know pools. Check out our wonderful selection of telescope casual pool furniture made in the USA. And remember, we know pools at Mid-State Pools and Spas. Call us today at 1-800-284-0506 or 275-0506. Now's the time to call Mid-State Pools and Spas, because we know pools. Choice Care Ambulance for quality and dependable non-emergency ambulance service. At reasonable rates, there's only one choice. Choice Care. Call 304-1187, 304-1187 right now. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Choice Care Ambulance Service, the only choice.
Governor, as we talked earlier, I want to extend my personal thanks again to you as well as our delegation here for all the hard work and strides you've made in the technical college system and in this year's session. We are honored and very appreciative. At this time, I'd like to recognize, as Matt has already done somewhat, a very special group with us. You know, we have the opportunity to enjoy 45 plus activities for the next 6 weeks, and that just didn't happen by circumstance. It takes a lot of hard work. And we have a very fine committee of folks that handle that every year, the St. Patrick's Festival Committee. And I'd like to ask them to stand as I call their name. Patrick Thames, who is the chairman this year. Robin Flanders is the vice chair. Lisa McMichael is the president of the Order of the Blarney Stone. Bruce Birch, president, Order of Shillelagh. Our Tiffany Stanley is the vice president, Order of the Blarney Stone. Jeffrey Albright, vice president, Order of Shillelagh. I don't know if Jeffrey's at the table or not, but he's also the caterer of this fine event. Matt Sweat is our past general chair. Is Matt here? Denise Creel, the treasurer. Tara Bradshaw, the secretary. And Janie Stewart, marketing. Let's give these folks some round of applause. We are also very pleased to have with us the 2013 St. Patrick's Queen. Brooke Parker. We also have other queens, and I'm not sure if they made it in or not, but if other queens are here, would you please stand? Great. Little Taylor's house, Miss Colleen, we're so glad to have you with us. And you know, we think about, well, what are some of the highlights of the festival that we look forward to? And each year we come back to those folks that do so much and give so much of their personal time and commitment, and we feel like they need to be recognized. And those are those folks for Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Youth of the Year, and so on. And this year is our distinct pleasure to have Man of the Year, Michael Dukes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, did you not carry your band to the Super Bowl? Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl. That's a big bowl still. So Super Bowl's next. So congratulations. What a tremendous honor to you and those students. We have Woman of the Year, and rightly so, Miss Kelly Knight. Our Senior Citizen of the Year, Miss Bessie Lou Harwell. And if you don't know about Miss Bessie Lou, if you want to put a jam-up concert together, call Miss Bessie. She does a great job with that. Youth of the Year, Clay Ricks. Our Dick Killaroo Memorial Award went to Matt Sweat this year, who was the past chairman, and I'm not sure if Matt's here. Okay. Susan Glenn. Susan is the honorary leprechaun of the Order of the Blarney Stone. And Jimmy Sawyer. He is the honorary leprechaun of the Order of the Shillelagh. Thank you, and not just for what you've done for this year, but the many, many years of your service. And as Matt has already recognized, we are very privileged to have our elected officials with us today. Locally elected, we have our city councilman, if y'all will please stand, and councilwomen. Our Lawrence County Board commissioners. And our Lawrence County Development Authority members here. It is always a great honor to have our legislative delegation. In particular, past Congressman Rowland, it is such a joy and honor to have you with us today here. Senator Tollison, you've seen him already. Representative Matt Hatchett, Representative Bubba Elps, Representative Jimmy Pruitt, and Troy Wyndham is here representing U.S. Congressman John Barrow, Andrew Boscovich representing U.S. Senator Johnny Isaacson. You'll stand, Andrew. And we also have Nancy Bobbitt is also here representing Mr. Isaacson. There you are, Nancy. I knew you were back there somewhere. And Bill Stenbridge. If you will please stand. He's representing Senator Saxby Chambliss. And Governor, this representation here, they do us very well in Atlanta and in the U.S., but on a very local level too. Anytime we extend an invitation, and a lot of times we don't have to extend the invitation, this group is here to support us, and we're very, very appreciative of them. Okay, we had 24 sponsors this year of our Civic Luncheon, and I'm going to tell you, it doesn't happen without them. And if you are a sponsor this year and you also recognized in the program, would you please stand? Okay, I know you're out there. Please stand. come together to pull this off. The Georgia State Honor Guard, I think they've already left out of the conference, but they're always here and always step up to help whenever they can. The Dublin Courier Herald, TV 35, Lawrence Now Magazine, Cheryl Cannon, I'm not sure if she was able to step in or not. The Dublin Country Club, catering, the Dublin Police Department, the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department, and the Federated Garden Club. All these beautiful arrangements that you see on the table, these club members work together to put out for you. And they're also going to give you an opportunity today that if you'd like to take one home with you, they're $10, and just drop a check or money in the envelope, and you may take the plant with you on your way out. And we thank you graciously, ladies, for doing that for us. It's already been said, but once again, Michael Dukes and the West Lawrence High Jazz Band, Kelly Knight, the Nightingales, Multicultural Association Club of Middle Georgia State College under the advisorship of Ms. Grace Adams Square. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. The Oconee Fall Line Technical College Student Government Association under the advisorship of Janet Smith. The Interact Club of East Lawrence High under the advisorship of Wendy McClarty. And the Lawrence Youth Leadership participants under the advisorship of Kathy Allgood and Jennifer Bryant. And certainly we were very honored this year to have our Georgia Education Mentorship Program students with us. And I know of 3 mentors that are here today, Willie Paulk, Jimmy Allgood, and Roger Folsom, that work with this group, and we're very, very appreciative of that. And I'll tell you, if I didn't have Willie Paulk, Ashley Torpy, and Donna Trickey, this event could not have happened. I salute you. You've been great committee members to serve on the Joint Civic Luncheon, and thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Since 1954, Lakes Alignment has stood behind every job they've done. Eb Lake and all his technicians are among the most skilled and experienced technicians in the industry. You can be assured every job is done right, from front-end work to brake work, or choosing the best tires for your vehicle. Lakes Alignment carries a full line of tires, including quality Toyo tires. Count on the best. Choose Lakes Alignment, located just off Central Drive at East Dublin. Call 272-4230. Get the best deal on your auto loan from First Lawrence Bank. Make it easy to get that loan you need. See the professionals at First Lawrence Bank. Loan officers Ben Bradshaw, Monroe Lovett, Linda Evans, Stanley Souls, or Pam Graham for the best deal on a car loan. When you need a car loan, think First Lawrence Bank. And make it easy. First Lawrence Bank, Dublin, and Dexter.
When it comes to banking, it's always good to do business with people you know, and more importantly, with people who know you, your family, and your children, because our kids are the future of our community. That's why Citizens Bank always puts your family first in Lawrence County for all your family's banking. Whether it's checking, savings, money market, or just some solid advice, come see our family at Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, 1210 Hillcrest Parkway, right across from the hospital. Citizens Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Have you visited Holiday Inn Express and Suites lately? If not, drop by today. We're adjacent to Ruby Tuesdays on 441 South next to I-16. Every room available with 32-inch flat screen and DVD players. Also, our outdoor pool with sunbathing deck. And for your local parties, we have suites for 6 people, and jacuzzi suites are also available. For your meeting, we have meeting space for up to 50 people. Let our sales and catering professionals assist you today with your guest room and event needs. Call the Holiday Inn Express and Suites today, 478-272-7862. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Dublin Orthopedics is locally owned and operated. When you come to us, you deal with people on a first-name basis. Not only are we committed to providing excellence in orthopedic surgery and care, we also believe in giving our patients the best value possible. Our surgery center is state-of-the-art. All of our doctors are board-certified and current in adult and pediatric life support. We also provide straightforward billing to make the process easier to understand and more convenient for our patients. Trust Dublin Orthopedics, Dublin's only independent, locally based orthopedic practice.
The City of Dublin Natural Gas is growing to meet your needs by partnering with the community, like Moore Station Village, Masters Circle, The Legends, Walk Ridge, Live Oak, Benton House, Waterford, and Greystone. Examples of true partnership with the community. That's Dublin Natural Gas.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
Or Insurance, your auto owner's agent. Call 272-0915 or log on to orinsures.com.
New shoes?
Close with our traditional Irish blessing. May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every care a promise, and a blessing in each trial. For every problem life sends, a faithful friend to share, for every sigh a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, all who are Irish at heart, this concludes the 2013 Joint Civic Luncheon. We again thank you for your attendance. The West Lawrence High School Jazz Band, under the stellar direction of Mr. Michael Dukes, will be playing for a little while, so y'all hang around, get down. That's what you feel like doing. I hope y'all have a great Super Weekend. Thank you all. Aaron, go Brock.
How would you like fresh vegetables year-round delivered right to your door? Grown right here in Middle Georgia at Jennings Farm in Soperton. It's Nature's Crisp. And for only $35 per order, you'll get fresh vegetables. Vegetables like new potatoes, fresh tomatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, bell pepper, lettuce, squash, and coming soon, edible flowers. That's right, edible flowers. All our vegetables are chemical-free and grown just for you. Nature's Crisp. Call us right now, 855-762-7477. It's toll-free, 855-762-7477. Nature's Crisp.
Congratulations to Brooke Parker, Miss St. Patrick's Scholarship winner for the 48th Annual St. Patrick's Festival.
And another great thing about Oconee Fall Line Technical College is you get hands-on experience. It makes a big difference to employers. So call OFTC, enroll, and get the education and training you need. While you're at it, ask about financial aid and student loans. Yes, there's still hope and help. And after graduation, OFTC even helps you find a job. You did write those numbers down, didn't you?
If you're seeking legal representation or policy consulting and advocacy for yourself, your family, your company, or your association, we're here to help. While we may live and work in a small town, the partners of Macmillan and Rawlings bring a statewide reach and reputation in serving your needs, combining over 75 years of experience in Georgia's state courts and state government. We provide you not only with the legal answers you need, but also with the sound legal, advocacy, and communication strategies you will need to achieve your goals. Located on North Harris Street in Sandersville, 478-552-2467.
For years, Piggly Wiggly has served our community with the friendliest customer service. With each new year, Piggly Wiggly renews its commitment to continued customer service to our community, to our churches, to our schools, to our businesses, to every individual who walks through our doors. You see, Piggly Wiggly's not just a grocery store, it's a proud member of our community. So when you shop Piggly Wiggly, you're shopping your hometown store. Shop Piggly Wiggly for everyday great savings, friendly service, a clean environment, and where you'll never need a card for great savings. Piggly Wiggly, a proud part of our community. Choose the convenience of Neighbors Express and get friendly, courteous service every time you visit any of our convenient locations. Fill up with the convenience of pay at the pump and take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. Buy 12 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $5.99. Enjoy our popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. And you can buy crushed ice in 8-pound bags. Shop the convenience of Neighbors Express on Bellevue Avenue, Highway 441 at I-16, 441 at Hillcrest, and Central Drive in East Dublin.